Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. This is for December 30th through January 5th. Oh my gosh, Aries, we are at the end of the year, and I can't believe that the end of the year, the end of this decade. So what I'm going to do for this week, Aries, is I'm really going to leave it open to spirit. What does your spiritual team want to talk about for this last week of the year for you guys? Where should your focus be? You know, blessings coming up. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, so we have traveling coming out, Aries. Whether you have a trip planned or not, your spiritual team coming out and telling you it's time to start thinking about that. You need a rest, you need a break. And I don't know if you can hear my cats running around. This is my second attempt at your video. They crashed your first video. And the card that came out in the first one was sleeping, which I was getting that you need a mental break, Aries. You really need to allow yourself this last week of the year to not worry about anything. Just let things be what they will right now. It doesn't mean you're putting your head in the sand, but your spiritual team is like, hey, Aries, you just need to give yourself a break mentally, emotionally. Don't stress, don't worry. Tell yourself, I'm not going to allow myself to do that for this last week of the year. I'm just going to push it aside. I'm going to be present in the now. I'm going to enjoy the blessings of the now. And Aries, you really need to start dreaming about a trip, a vacation, your dream vacation, somewhere you want to go. And you know, you could say, hey, that's great, but I don't have the resources for that. I don't have the money for that. Well, you know what, Aries? There was the time when I had nothing, and I had not been on a vacation in quite a few years, and I just so badly wanted to go to Vegas. Vegas is my favorite place in the United States. I don't know what it is. I just love the energy of Vegas. And so I was just thinking about it, always, you know, fantasizing the good times as when I was there, all of these things. In Aries, I swear to you, a trip came my way out of nowhere. All right. My friends were about to get married kind of out of nowhere. They've been together like 20 years, and then now they decide it's time to get married. And I was the only friend out of all of the friends that they invited, just because I had been friends with them for, you know, ever, and everybody else was family. So I was lucky to get that invite. And I got free hotel vouchers, okay? And you know, my ex-boyfriend at the time, we were still seeing each other. He actually had a lot of Southwest miles, so we got a flight for free. So Aries, listen, dream about that trip. It can show up in so many different ways you don't even know. It's just, you got to feel it in your heart, and your spiritual team is saying there is a trip on the horizon for you. So this last week of the year, that's what they want to talk about. That's where they want your mind to be, is a vacation, travel. Also allowing yourself not to worry and stress just for this last week of the year. Just enjoy the moment, be in the moment, look for the blessings all around you. All right, Aries, let's pull some tarot. Okay, so we have strength, Five of Swords, Six of Swords, Six of Cups. Yeah, see that unicorn right there, Aries? Dream big. It is time to travel. Ace of Wands. Okay, so we will pull more tarot to clarify these, but Aries, yes, this last week of the year, don't worry about anything. Like, really give yourself the mental and emotional break, because things are going to work out. It's going to be okay. Like, there's a shifting coming, and your spiritual team is talking about that right here with this Six of Swords, that turning of events, that turning of energy, but also you allowing your mental and emotional body just to relax, you know, not stressing about the bills, about the job, the people you don't like, the situations that are just out of control, choosing to not focus on that, not this last week, period, whatsoever, and choosing to focus on, what does feel good, the blessings, what you want in your life, especially regarding some sort of travel or trip, Aries. It's in your forecast for 2020, and it's confirmed right here with the Six of Swords. Also, Aries, things are going to start shifting and turning for the better for you. Ace of Wands, new opportunities, something unexpected is on the horizon. Do not discount it, okay? It's right there, Aries. So let's pull some more tarot. And some of you that have been dreaming and for a while about something, it doesn't even have to be related to a trip, just something that you've been really wishing for, desiring. I do see like that's going to start coming in, Aries. There's some sort of manifestation taking place there. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time, Aries. You deserve a break. You really do. Mentally, emotionally, financially, it's like things have been tight, things have been hard, and your spiritual team is like, just don't worry about that this last week of the year. Give yourself a break from the worry. There's some things you could change, some things you can't change, so it's better to just be in the moment and focus on what's good and dream about what you want to be and just push yourself towards that direction. Under the Five of Swords, we have the Four of Swords. Yeah, there it is. The need for that mental break, to not worry, to not be rehashing different things that were said and done. Aries, you deserve a break. We have the Tower. Yeah, here it is, that shifting of events that you don't see, Aries. There's going to be a change. And also, some of you, the more you decide to focus on being present and looking for the blessings and believing in better for you and your future, and you keep yourself in that space rather than rehashing all the bad, what's not working, not having enough, the lack, all of that stuff. When you get yourself out of that space and you're focused in a good way, like going forward, Aries, it really impacts your life. Like, look at that. We got the Six of Swords with the Tower. Like, that is the switching, the turning of events. Five of Cups, ending of sadness. And we have the movement of swords. There you go. Right there under that Ace of Wands. This would be the Knight of Swords in a standard tarot deck. So right there, Aries, things are going to turn around for you. Things that didn't work out in the past, it doesn't mean that they can't take shape in your future. And this last week of the year, your spiritual team is really encouraging you to just let it go. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about the arguments. Don't worry about the people you don't like. Don't worry about what's lacking right now. Seriously, shift and look towards the blessings. And if you're like, no, I don't see them right now, that's okay. I get it. I've been there. Dream about what you really want to happen for you. Dream about this trip, because there is a trip on the horizon for you, Aries, and it's just all about where you put your mind and your heart and what you believe. And I shared my personal story with you just because that trip literally manifested out of nothing from the desire of my heart. And the fact that I was the one friend that got invited to that wedding out of all of our friends, just because of my special connection to both the bride and groom for many years. Like, it all worked out. Like, spirit can make some magic in your life, Aries, and I see that. I see spirit wanting to make magic in your life, but you've got to meet spirit halfway, and that comes in to what you're thinking about, what you're feeling about, and that creates your vibration. So, focus on the good, focus on what you want to happen, what you want to be for yourself, and let the heavy stuff go, at least just for this week. Say, this week, I'm not going to let it weigh me down. I'm going to dream, and I'm going to dream big. I'm going to listen to my spiritual team, and I'm just going to put my imagination out there, my heart out there to spirit, and see where it takes me. All right, let's pull some advice, Aries. In the moment, if you can, remove your judgment and criticism and truly listen to someone. You will empower them. Aries, this is, I really feel your spirituals team telling you to listen to what they're saying to you right now, and that will empower you. Okay, but also take this into heart if this comes into play, if somebody's giving you some really good advice, maybe that you don't want to hear, but you're like, you know what, that's probably what I should do. Boom, there you go. All right, next out we have develop flexibility and aim to be in harmony in all environments. Yeah. See, Aries, your spiritual team saying this last week of the year. Don't worry, don't stress. Listen to them. Things are shifting, things are changing, and the more you allow your energy to get on board with that, the quicker it happens for you. All right, so those are your messages, Aries. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.